everyone. It's Queen of Light 1111. Hi, happy Monday. Just want to let you guys know we had our first Divine Feminine webinar today. Laura and I hosted a webinar this morning with a great group of women, and we talked about the Divine Feminine's journey from the unawakened feminine to the awakened feminine to the goddess energy, which is part of our ultimate ascension. So we had a great session. Please go to Laura's website at beagoodsoul.com because we do have more sessions that we're going to be hosting. We have the Divine Feminine Seminar, the Divine Masculine Seminar, and we do have a complete session on February 9th. It's on a weekend because a lot of you couldn't make it during the week. So we have a longer webinar that we're hosting on February 9th. So all of that is on Laura's website at beagoodsoul.com. So please go there to buy your tickets. I received so much feedback around the tarot classes that I announced last week on Friday during my reading. And so I received so many emails. I went ahead and am offering that class. We're offering a tarot class starting February 3rd. I'm going to host a webinar on Sundays in February, 90 minutes, where we're going to go over the tarot. We're going to learn how to read tarot like I read tarot. And, the first, there's going to be 4 sessions, 4 classes, 90 minutes each. They're on my website. I only allocated a small number of seats because I want to make sure that we are able to, devote to the time, that I have ample Q&A time. So buy your tickets now. I've already had several people purchase, so it's only going to be available probably for a little bit longer. So go ahead if you're interested in learning how to read tarot like me. Go to my website, queenoflight1111.com. And again, those sessions, those webinars, that tarot class starts in February. So go to Laura's website, beagoodsoul.com for our webinars. Go to my website, queenoflight1111.com to purchase your seat for tarot classes with Queen of Light 1111. And also, if you're interested in doing your own personal reading with me, booking your own personal reading, go ahead and go and do that through my site as well. So we have a lot going on today with this collective, man. Oh my gosh. I used 8 decks, and I'm not even going to say I got carried away because you all know how I do. I like in-depth readings, and I really want to know what's going on, and I'm super committed to this collective. So I have used the before and after tarot. I used the Celtic Tarot for the Divine Masculine's energy, the Tarot Illuminati for the Feminine's energy, the Gilded for the Connective, and the Arcanum deck for the future energies. I also used the traditional Rider-Waite for clarifiers because I had some questions about what came up. So let's go to the reading. All right, guys, let's see. Lots of cards. Don't know if we're going to get you to view all of them, but I will try my best. Okay, so here's what we have. We have lots of stuff going on. We've got the Knight of Wands. That's my favorite card. Sarcastic. Several times in this reading, Knight of Wands. So I guess what that's telling me, because I got it so many times, is that he is really, the masculine, really wanting to take action. Like, I feel like he is kind of done with this separation. He has the Knight of Wands. 1, 2, 3. 3 times on his side. We have the Page of Swords that's come out 2 times, interestingly enough, in the before tarot and in the after tarot. We have the 7 of Cups that shows up twice. It's just really about his confusion, his indecision. And our feminine here, for her, the relationship is over. For her, she is really looking for a complete transformation. And unless she gets that, she's just not having it. She's got the Death card 2 times. She's got the 10 of Swords here. She's got the 10 of Wands here. And lots of conflict. 5 of Swords, 2 times. And 5 of Pentacles has come up. So I just feel like while he is like coming to a head about how much he loves his feminine, how much he wants to do right by her, he's going through a tower. Yesterday we saw this reading that I did just on the masculine energies. He's still in the Tower. We got the Tower again. So I just feel like he is very much in the energy of his own realization. He is going through his own realization at this time, okay? I just didn't have enough space on the table for all of the cards, so I just want to make sure that I don't forget to call out dupes. So anyway, he's going through the tower, guys. He's going through a tower while she is ending this relationship in her own space, okay? That's where we're at. She's like, I'm done. I'm moving on. I'm choosing and chosen myself. She's very much coming up as one queen only for him, Queen of Pentacles. So if you're an earth sign, feminine, this masculine has you in his space. Boy, does she come up. She comes up in his heart. She comes up in the current connective energy. So he's kind of viewing her in the 3D right now. Like, she could be a good wife. She could be a good mother, someone that she wants to, someone he wants to build a life with, because he's very much looking at his legacy, what it is that he wants in his life, and he's very much gaining that realization through his tower moment. So let's go ahead and get started. Bottom of the deck for the masculine's overall energy and the feminine's overall energy is the Six of Wands. Six of Wands, they're going to be victorious. This is going to be a victorious connection. Right now, it looks doom and gloom. It does. You're probably not talking, or if you are, very little communication, or things just feel unsteady at this time. But there is going to be victory nonetheless, okay? So there will be victory. This connection, they want to be victorious. They want to succeed. But right now, her success is in letting it go. His success is in his evolution of coming from someone who has not been a truly awakened, up and up, like a man of integrity. That's where he will be successful, okay? The underlying energies for this space here. So for the before tarot, for both of them, where were they before? So before, they were in this Page of Swords energy. Where are they in the after? In the Page of Swords energy. So it's very interesting. In the before deck, this is very much about starting to observe. Like, I'm interested in observing. I'm interested in researching. And in the after, the Page of Swords is he's cutting out anything. They're both cutting out anything that doesn't serve them, including this connection for her. He's cutting out third parties. He's cutting out people, situations, and things that don't serve him. And I really feel like she is cutting out her masculine. That's really what I'm getting, okay? His underlying energy for his head, heart, and 3D space, Knight of Wands again. So 1 time, 2 times, 3, 4 times. He wants to take action. Okay, he wants to take action. He wants to come forward. He's got something to say. And her underlying energy is the Ace of Wands. So she hasn't changed too much from the last reading. The Ace of Wands was her underlying energy before, okay? So she wants a new beginning. It has to be new, has to be different. And even if that means that new beginning does not include her masculine, then that is what it will be. Okay, so overall energy, how is just the masculine doing in general? We have 5 cards here for him. First card, Page of Rods, Page of Wands. He wants to communicate. He wants to send some sort of communication. And his overall energy, that's what he keeps thinking about. He keeps thinking about that he wants to communicate. But he's confused. 7 of Cups, he's confused about how he's going to communicate or what he will even say. He's procrastinating this message. But boy, does he want to come through. Knight of Wands, Knight of Wands matched his overall energy towards his feminine. So what I'm really getting is that because the Knight of Wands shows up as his underlying energy in his connection with his feminine, it is absolutely in his overall energy as well. So he wants to send a message to his feminine. He's confused about how to do so. So he is procrastinating. He wants to come blazing through with this message, with his love, with passion. But he knows he needs to do right by her. He needs to balance things out with the Justice card so that he can make this offer of love. Page of Cups. So now where are we with the feminine? Well, first card out for her, 5 of Swords. Five of Swords, they're in conflict. They've both lost. She's like, I'm done. I'm done with the conflict. This is inner conflict. This is outer conflict. She's done with this energy. She's no longer wanting to be in it, but she feels it in her overall energy. Five of Swords. She's just, this relationship is just too much at this time, and it's not serving her, and she needs to continue to choose herself. So she's trying to celebrate. She's trying to keep things light. She's spending time with her friends, her family, her soul tribe, until she's able to see him change into this King of Cups, because this Page of Cups offer does not work. This King of Cups is what she's looking for. She's looking for that transformation, death card, okay, of him, of this relationship, and of her own self, because she is the High Priestess, the alluring, the unattainable, the educated, the wise, the intuitive. She is the divine feminine in the 5D. She is this goddess energy, okay? Because she's like, I'm done with the connection. I'm no longer holding on to anything about union with my masculine. Even though I want a new beginning, this new beginning is for me, for myself, for my betterment, for my health, okay? That's the overall energy. I feel like the feminine is more in the overall energy of the masculine than the masculine is of the feminine. Even though he did come up as the King of Cups, I do feel like I'm getting this independent type of energy from her. I just feel like even though he's straight center right in between these cards, the conflict, the soul tribe, and then you have the masculine, but he needs to transform, because you know what? She is the wiser. So now where are we in his headspace? So before, where was he? Well, he wanted to charge in. He wanted to charge in like he did before. So here, the horse is just starting the journey, galloping towards something, galloping towards his feminine. So before, in his headspace, he's like, I want to move forward towards her. I want to move forward. I want to approach her. Because now, in his current energy, Hierophant, High Priest, a match to the High Priestess. Because he's learning. They have been communicating, maybe telepathically. He's learned his lessons. He knows about what he wants. He's learning. He's being illuminated about this contract, okay? So he wants to move forward because he's learned in the 5D. He's trying to ground the 5D and 3D energy for himself to come into his power. Because he knows telepathically he is the match to his High Priestess feminine. Okay, that was the first card that came out for him. So in this space. So he wants to move forward. This is before, but he's learning his lessons. He's learning about this contract. He's learning about traditions. He's learning about his own belief systems. He's learning about his feminine and what he truly wants in his life. So what does he do? Two of Cups, he wants union. King of Cups, he wants to be this emotionally mature King of Cups, which is a match to her overall energy. He's learned he wants to offer a cup as the King of Cups, but right now he's going through this tower moment, through this realization, okay? And then we got the Moon card, and I was like, what is this moon? Like, what is he keeping hidden? So he's learning, he wants to come forward as the Knight of Wands, okay? He was getting on his horse, but he's learning his lessons to want union. He wants a marriage, he wants his contract with his feminine, but he wants to come forward as an emotionally mature man, as a king, because he knows this Page of Cups energy is not going to work. So he's going through this realization that he does need to be this king, but there are certain things that are hidden, that are unknown. What is that? So I clarified, and I got the first card out, the Moon card. I'm like, what? So this and then I got the Moon card. I said, please just give me one other card, Seven of Swords. So what I really feel like is just he's trying to be strategic at this time, how to come forward. And then when a reader gets Moon on Moon, I just feel like I'm not supposed to report it at this time. This is very much something that he is going through that we just don't need to know just right now. This is about strategy. This is about thinking about what he needs to do, how he needs to come forward. And again, as a reader, the Moon, clarified by the Moon, it's just like there's some things that are going on that are hidden to the feminine at this time that we are just not meant to know, but it has to do with strategy. So I said, okay, so he learns the lesson. He wants to offer his cup as the King of Cups because he's going through this realization and he's going within. Things are hidden from us at this time because he's trying to be strategic, Maybe there's a surprise. So what happens in the after tarot? Knight of Wands. So now it's like he comes charging forward, and the message that I'm really getting from this is you are not even gonna see this coming, because the Seven of Swords, the strategy, him being strategic and moon on moon, it's just like we are not to know. It's like he's going to come forward. He got on his horse. This is his underlying energy. Then it's in his overall energy. Then it's in his before energy that he wants to get on the horse. And then it's in the after energy. And this is all his headspace. So Knight of Wands 2 times in his headspace. Seven of Swords being strategic in his headspace. The moon clarified by the moon. It's just like he is planning something in his brain. Because remember, this is headspace about I'm going to get my feminine back in this way, and she's not going to see it coming. I feel like a surprise is coming. So if that resonates, let me know. Where is she in her headspace? Well, I'll tell you. She has the Judgment card. She feels like this relationship, this is like the death, right? So this is before. So everything has died. And she knows that things will be resurrected. She does. But does she care? I don't know that she cares at this time, okay? She knows that this relationship has been being divinely protected. There's an angel there that, this relationship, this contract is over. They are in their coffins. This is the death card, right? This is the death card here in her overall energy. And now we have judgment. So the relationship is dead at this time. They have not been called to judgment. It is not judgment day yet. So she's like, this relationship is over. My overall energy is this relationship is over. It's dead and needs to be transformed. So in the before in her headspace, she's like, this hasn't transformed yet. The divine has not called us up yet. Why? Because King of Wands. He is not the king yet. He's not the leader yet. He doesn't have the ambition yet, okay, to make this offer, Princess of Pentacles. This is the Page of Pentacles. We have a lot of pages. This is kind of infancy stages right now because we're going through this death cycle, this ending. And so she's like, in her headspace, when she thinks about her masculine, she's like, this relationship is dead. It's over. He's not the King of Wands yet. He doesn't have direction. He's not the leader yet. He can't make me this offer. This is a Page of Pentacles. This is a small offer, but I need him to come across as the king. I need him to be the king. I need him to be, a king or the emperor. I have hope for him. I have hope for him with the Star card. I have hope for our connection. But Hermit, I am on my journey at this time. This is also the card of Virgo. So remember, I said the Queen of Shields came up. So if you're a Virgo, earth sign, whatever, special message. So Hermit, she's on her journey. She continues on her journey because you know what? They've been in conflict. There was inner conflict. So I just feel like in her headspace, this relationship was dead, is dead. She wants him to come forward as a leader, someone who's ambitious, who knows how to choose. Right now, he's the Knight of Wands all over the place. But for her, he needs to be the King of Wands in order to make an offer that is worthy of her. She has hope for this change, but she stays on her spiritual journey because they are still in conflict with the Five of Swords. So what happens after that? Well, I just feel like this sadness, Five of Cups in the after tarot with the Six of Swords, these two flew out together. See, do you see here there's like somebody drowning in the background and she's like turning her head away. She just doesn't even want to hear him drowning anymore. She doesn't. She doesn't want to hear him drowning or suffering. She's just on her own journey. She knows she needs to heal herself. She cannot pour from an empty cup, so she's just not looking at him right now. She's not looking at these Two of Cups. She's not looking at him drowning, flailing. She's not. Because she needs to focus on her own healing, on her own independence, on her own journey, because this journey is about her evolution and her ascension, and she wants to move into something smoother. But this is the after tarot. He comes out of this on his own to be his own king, not that she has made him the king. She's probably triggered him. But in the after tarot, they're coming out of the boat. They're out of this boat. They're out of the rough patch and they've moved on to something smooth, okay? And he's holding Four Swords, which is the Four Swords. Four of Swords are cards of retreat, healing. So healing has occurred and now they can move on to something smoother. So she's just like, she's drowning out his cries. She's drowning out his needs because that need is toxic for her at this time and she needs to focus on herself and her own journey. So what is going on in the heart space? Well, King of Cups, first card out again. So he's a King of Cups in his current energy or aspiring to be during this Tower moment. So and remember, we had King of Cups here again in her overall energy. So in his heart space, he's really trying to balance himself out emotionally and mentally. So the King of Cups in his heart space, he's trying to balance his heart out. That's where he was before. So now where is he in his heart? Well, he wants to come forward. Another Knight card. He wants to take action. This guy's got a fire lit. He's crying for her. He's wanting her back, but she's not listening to him. She's not listening. She's got to continue her own journey, her own healing. He's trying to balance himself out, but he cannot. She will not allow him to feed off of her light. So he's left to balance things for himself. He needs to. He needs to do that. This is his journey. So in his heart, he's trying to balance out his emotional and mental state, but he wants to come forward with his cup, Knight of Cups. To his feminine, the Lovers card. The Lovers comes out in the future energies. This is about this divine connection. This is about choices. So he's balancing his energies out in the before tarot with the King of Cups. And currently he wants to come forward with his cups because he's made a decision about his connection. And who is it that he wants? Queen of Pentacles, Queen of Shields. He wants his divine feminine. He wants to take the leap of faith. He wants a new beginning with this Fool's card. But right now in his heart, he's just kind of going back and forth. Again, trying to balance. In the before tarot, he's trying to balance out his head and his heart. And here in the current environment in his heart space, he is truly, it is confirming that he is balancing out his head and heart space. He's really trying to balance his heart out. What happens after he does? Six of Cups, they reunite. This couple is together. They're moving forward. They're moving forward into reunion. Okay, that's what happens in the heart space. For her, so crazy. The King of Cups came out in his heart space in the before tarot. The Queen of Cups came out in the before space in her heart space, in the before tarot in her heart space. Trips me out. And then you know what comes out afterwards? Queen of Pentacles. That's when I know I am tapped in. So what was she doing in her heart space before? Well, she's trying to balance out her energies too, her head and her heart, mirroring her twin. So she was trying to balance herself out, right? She's trying to get out of this conflict that's in her headspace. She's not going to listen to the cries of her masculine. She has hope for the connection, but she's on her journey balancing out her head and her heart space. So where is she today? Death. Repeat to her overall energy. This relationship is over as far as she's concerned. It's over. The relationship is over. It needs a complete rehaul. He needs to transform. She needs to transform. They both need to ascend. Okay? So today, this relationship is over, requiring a transformation. Six of Cups, a match to his after tarot. Yes, she wants reunion, but what I really feel like what this is reflection. I feel like she is reflecting, okay? And yes, she does want reunion. Yes, she's reflecting. Four of Wands. She wants the commitment, okay? But she knows that this can only happen if and only if he transforms and he changes, and only if she lets go of him and his cries for her. He needs to find his own light instead of feeding off of hers. And so this transformation must occur. In the meantime, in her heart space, she wants him too. She wants to reunite. She wants union. Four of Wands. Here's the Knight of Wands again. Okay, so now this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. 5 times. 6 times. 6 times. So the Death card, transformation. She's reflecting. She wants union, but not with the Knight of Wands. Not with the Knight of Wands. She wants the King of Wands. In her heart, she knows he's not completely evolved yet. She knows. She knows that. And so right now, 9 of Cups, she's just going to make her own wishes come true. And what happens after that, her making her own dreams and wishes come true? Well, she's the Queen of Pentacles, matched to his heart space. She's looking at the coin. She's achieved it all. She's achieved balance in her head and her heart space. She's achieved balance in her material world. She is the queen. She becomes the queen of the heart space, the head space, the 3D space. Okay? She doesn't need the Queen of Swords energy anymore. The Queen of Swords, in fact, did not come out because she's spoken her truth already. So now what's happening in the 3D with them? Well, before, he's just deciding to continue to work hard. Eight of Pentacles. That I feel like he starts to numb himself. He starts to work hard at his career. And then what happens? That kind of stops everything, right? Stalemate, Two of Swords. And he's learning lessons. Three of Pentacles. This came out yesterday. He's learning lessons, but he is guarding himself in the 3D while he is observing, Page of Swords. One time, two time. It came out in the before tarot, came in the after tarot. So I just feel like if you have social media, he's watching. He's watching, he's observing, he's trying to figure out what the heck move do I need to make in the 3D. Okay, so in the before, I'm numbing out. I'm going to focus on my work. I'm going to focus, just numb myself in my career. And it's going to halt the connection. And it did, because he's not moving forward with all these desires. He's just like, I'm kind of scared. I feel like he's just doesn't know how he's going to be received. Okay, so he's trying to gain some enlightenment. He's trying to grow. He's trying to learn his lessons. But he's not guarding his heart with this Four of Pentacles. Okay, he's got all of it on he's got Three of the Pentacles, which are these three pentacles on his lap. And one is sitting there and he's not sure what to do with it right now. Okay, so he's just in a period of just holding on. He's just holding on to what he's learned because he's observing. He's like, gosh, if I hold on to everything that I've learned and go forward, is she going to take that pentacle from me? Is she going to receive it from me? So I just feel like he's numbed himself with work. He's halted the connection because with the Three of Pentacles energy, he is growing. He is learning. He's learning lessons. He's holding on to the Three Pentacles. The fourth one is at his side. So he's just kind of holding on to the connection while he is observing her. And then what happens with two cards that flew out together in the last card of his current energy for the 3D? He wants to manifest something new. Magician, what does he want to manifest? Ten of Cups. He knows she is his partner. He knows he needs to do something and manifest something new. So with this Three of Pentacles, and through this observation, he is trying to gather all of his tools and resources to come forward to create this family, to create this union with his feminine. So what happens after this magician gains all his tools to create this bliss? What happens? He comes forward with an offer, Page of Pentacles. This is actually an offer you can take because it's an offer of value and it flew out with the King of Swords. So that means this time, this offer comes with the truth. I feel like this came out in yesterday's masculine reading. So I feel like this is a dupe message. So maybe it's there. I don't remember, but I feel like as I'm channeling it now, it feels like a deja vu moment. This is now an offer you can trust. He's going to make an offer you can trust. So now what happens with the feminine? So before, she's like, it's over. Ten of Swords, this is close to being done. And sure as heck, it is done, right? In her 3D space, it's over. And so now she wants to move into something smoother. She's gotten in her boat to move into something smoother because she just doesn't know how it's going to work out. She's just too busy looking at these Four of Cups. All is lost. She's not able to see the Ace of Cups yet. She's not able to see him crying because you know what? She's too focused on herself, which is fine. She should be. Because she's trying to balance herself out emotionally. She's feeling rejected. She's also rejected this relationship as it is. And it is a burden. Ten of Wands. Ten of Wands. So this is heavy energy for the feminine. That's why she's not looking at him drowning. She's like, I got my own problems to deal with. Okay, I'm trying to heal my own heart. You broke it, and now I'm putting it back together so that I can be stronger and I can ascend, and I am detaching from you. I am detaching from you because I can't let you feed off my light. So she's like, it's over. We've got Judgment card. Everything is dead. And now Ten of Swords, it is over. It's dead. And so what I'm getting then right after that is she wants to move into something smoother. Six of Swords. She's not seeing the value, or she's not seeing this divine cup being offered because you know what? There's a lot of sadness in her space today. Remember, she's in the Five of Swords energy. She's in the Five of Swords energy in her overall energy as well. And she's got the Five of Cups in the after. She's trying to move on from that sadness. So this is over. She wants to move into something smoother. She's looking at everything that's lost. And she's trying to balance out her emotions in the 3D because she's had to reject this relationship, or this relationship, he rejected her. And so this is a burden that needs to be released. So what happens? Page of Wands. Last card out for her, first card out for him was the Page of Wands. So what happens? He's going to come forward. He is walking away from things that didn't serve him. Page of Wands, he's going to send a message. There will be communication, okay? So now let's go top down. I'm not going to do the overall energies, just here in their spaces. So he starts to get on his horse, but realizes, oh, hey, wait, I'm not the King of Cups yet. I need to balance out my emotional and mental state. So until then, I'm going to numb myself out. I'm going to work hard at my craft. That was where he was before. So now where is he? I know this is a contract. I know this is a divine connection. I know I want marriage with her. I've learned my lesson. This contract has been a teacher for me. She has been a teacher. This is a match. He knows he's a match to the High Priestess. Okay, so he's learned his lessons. He wants to move forward with the cup of love, but he stops himself because he knows he's not ready yet. He knows he's not ready yet. So then he wants to offer this Two of Cups to his divine partner, but he's still learning. He's still growing. He knows that there's still some more work to do. He wants to be the King of Cups to his divine feminine, the Queen of Pentacles. And right now he's still learning. He's still trying to figure out this pentacle that's here on the side. Is she going to take it from me? He doesn't know yet. So what's happening? What happens after that? He's going through realizations that he wants a new beginning, but he's observing her at this time to see if she would even want his coin or his cup or his love. Okay? So then things are just being kept hidden at this time from the feminine. Things that he's going through. He may not be showing that he's hurt. Okay? You may not be able to hear his cries because maybe he's not crying out loud enough. Okay? Because he is trying to balance. He is juggling. He's trying to figure out how to be the magician and manifest this 10 of Cups with you. Okay? I'm not going to use the clarifiers as we go top down, but here in the After Tarot, what happens? He wants to come forward, charging forward after this realization, after he gains his enlightenment. He wants this reunion. He wants to make an offer that you can trust. Okay? All right, where are we with her? This is dead right now. Relationship, we're all dead. This is like we're almost buried. I'm trying to balance out my own self, my own emotions. And again, this relationship, as we know it, is over. Death card 2 times. Overall energy and in her heart. This is over for her as she knows it. Okay? So then we have the King of Wands, right? She needs him to be a leader, which is what he needs to transform into so they can move into smoother waters. There's an offer, right? Page of Pentacles that she knows that he wants to make or that she wants him to make. She's reflecting, but she's dissatisfied. She's bored with a Knight of Wands offer. She doesn't want a Knight of Wands offer. She wants an offer from a king, someone who can stand by her and be rooted. She's done with the in and out energy. She doesn't want it. She's done with that. She has hope for the connection. She has hope for union, but she knows things need to be balanced out at this time with the Two of Pentacles. So she's on her inner journey because she knows Knight of Wands is not what she wants. Okay, Knight of Wands. It's not what she wants, and she's going to reject an offer that comes from the Knight of Wands. Okay, he needs to be the king. And she also feels like maybe she's been rejected by the Knight of Wands, right? That's probably what happened in the past. So now what happens? Inner conflict. So this inner conflict leads her to make her own wishes come true and release the burden of this connection. This connection is a burden at this time. He's crying out for her. She doesn't want to hear it because maybe he's masking his emotions. And so she's looking at the spilled cups. She's trying to move into smoother waters her own self to be this Queen of Pentacles and get a message. That's what she's doing. So now where are we with the current energies today? Where are we? So bottom of the deck, 5 of Cups. I feel like this came out yesterday too, 5 of Cups. They're sad. They're sad. They're not looking at the 2 of Cups. It matches her 5 of Cups in her headspace. So right now they're just sad. They're sad about everything that's transpired. They're thinking about the past. Things haven't worked out the way that they wanted to. And so mostly due to the fact that, you know, we're not emotionally, mentally there just yet in our connection. So there's sadness. So First card out, what's happening in their connection today? Five of Swords, match to her overall energy, match to her headspace. There's conflict in the connection because of the King of Wands, because he's not the King of Wands. The King of Wands is a match to her headspace. He's bleeding Knight of Wands all over the place over here, okay? But he's not the King of Wands yet, and that's why that's the conflict. But we're going to manifest something new, Magician, right? They're going to manifest. This is a match to his 3D space. Things are being manifested at this time. What's being manifested is maybe his evolution and his morphing into a king energy for his Queen of Pentacles, duped to his heart space. And then they can start to plan their long-term 10 of Pentacles. So what I'm really getting from this is, while there's sadness is looming over the connection at this time, sadness, regret, and loss, they are in conflict, okay? Because the King of Wands has not transformed into the King of Wands to be the partner to the Queen of Pentacles. But they both do want something long-term with each other. 10 of Pentacles, all right? What is at the bottom of the deck for the future energies? Six of Cups, reunion. This came out in his heart space, and this came up in her heart space. And now it's in the future. Six, can you see that? Six of Cups, all right? So what do we have? We have first card out, Nine of Cups, which is coming true. So I feel like they're going to make their own individual and collective relationships come true because they're going to work hard at this love now. Eight of Pentacles is a dupe to his 3D space. It's like he's worked hard to morph himself. He's worked hard to change himself so that he can choose the relationship lovers. That's a dupe to his heart space. Get out of this period of lack. Five of Pentacles, which is in her 3D space. And they are tapping more into their intuition, the moon. And I feel like, oh gosh, it ended with the moon here. So we're making our wishes come true. We've worked hard to come back into this connection, get out of this lack. And then we had the moon's card. And I was like, oh, I need another card. So what happens after the moon? Well, he becomes the King of Wands. And the King of Wands is a dupe to the current energy, to her headspace, and now in the 3D. So I said, okay, all right, fine. He's going to morph. All kinds of confirmation that he is going to become the King of Wands. What is this moon, I asked? Two of Swords. It's what is in his 3D space today, is why he has stalled things, okay? In the future, what had he stalled? This Page of Cups, this offer of love, which is in his overall energy. So I just feel like now this offer comes from a king, okay? And it was stalled because it wasn't coming from a king in the current energy, and that is what he was working towards. All right, I'm going to do this real time again. I'm only going to take two cards from the bottom of the deck. So here's the energy first. Page of Swords. There's major observation going on of each other. It has been, and it continues to. But in the after tarot, the Page of Swords here is he's cutting out third-party situations. He's cutting out this Knight of Wands energy, and he will be successful at that. There is some confusion at this time that is making them sad. And this reunion, while it's imminent, must happen after this metamorphosis has occurred for a new beginning with the Ace of Wands. So now let's do the story. In the before, we're observing because we want this Ace of Cups, this renewal of love. So in the before, we're observing because we want our cups to be full. So we're operating in self-love. That is what she is doing when she does not hear his cry. That is what he is doing as he's going through his tower. He wants to fill his cup up. And he wants to get rid of the fish out of this cup so someone can actually drink from it. That is the goal. So in the after, what happens? You cut things out, you cut third parties out, and you stop looking at the loss and you take the cup from the heavens. The Knight of Wands energy, so now offers being made to the Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups is here in his space, in her space. She is the Queen of Cups. He's going to make an offer to the Queen of Cups. They will be successful with this contract. Hierophant, this is a dupe card to his headspace, okay? This is the contract. This is a match to the High Priestess. They will be successful in their contract. Right now, there's some confusion and people are holding things back. Four of Pentacles, that's in his 3D space. The Seven of Cups was also in his overall energy. He's confused about how to offer coins. Then in the current energy, there's sadness, but he becomes the King of Cups. King of Cups in the headspace, in her overall energy, in the bottom of the deck. He's going to be emotionally and mentally mature. And it was also in the before in his heart space. So it's in his overall energy for his headspace, in the before tarot in his heart space. It's in her overall energy here in her space. And then now it's at the bottom of the deck of the energy. So the sadness also comes from not only the loss of the connection, but that he wasn't the king yet, but he will be. Six of Cups. They want reunion. Nine of Wands. They're not going to give up. Nine of Wands. They're not going to give up on the connection. So what happens here? Ace of Wands. They want a new beginning, but at this time, Four of Swords. They are healing. I said something special about the Four of Swords here. Where was it? Here in her headspace. I said they're moving on to something smoother. They're coming out of the energy, and he's taking Four Swords with him. Once they've healed, Four Swords, new beginning, new beginning. All right, guys, hope this resonated. Let me know. And again, if you want to participate in my tarot classes, please go to queenoflight1111.com, scroll to the bottom of my website, and you can purchase your class there. It's been such a great pleasure to do this reading with you today, and thank you for all of your interest in my classes. Thank you for your interest in watching my videos, and thank you so much for all the love that you guys always share with me and send to me. I so truly appreciate it, and I want you guys to have a great week, have a great Monday, and I will be back on Wednesday. Bye, guys. Happy Monday.